Good evening, everyone. Yeah. So today is Friday, the 6th of March. We are all gathering this time to do this evening chanting to homage the Buddha and for his kindness and compassion. So we have one pen from Alawa, Achira, one from London, Manobozu from Kingswell, Chitra from Banbury, Nelly from London, and Karen Culling from London. Thank you everyone for participating this evening's chanting. Similarly, we have Gavin here, and Paul and Yvonne for this evening's chanting. So today is also another beautiful day, more sunlight and more bright, but late evening it was a bit cold, like a snow coming back again. And Yvonne was repairing a road and trying to find the stones from everywhere so that she could repair the road. And after my interview ended, I came and joined with her. So we were collecting the stones like harvesting stone. It's like Easter time that normally kids would go and collect potatoes in the farms in those days. And now it's not anymore. But today we were picking up those stones like harvesting of potatoes. Hoping that we will use that to repair the road. So if you're coming to the temple, you don't need to bring anything. You just bring a few stones in your hand from wherever you can find. Don't need to be big, but just the smaller ones that it fits in those holes. What is it called?
Bomb craters.
Huh?
Bomb craters.
Bomb crater, not potholes. It's like a long trench, water trench in the road. So, so if you are coming to temple, you can bring stones. Appeal for stones. We managed to collect a few stones, harvesting, and we also cleared some. And what a difference after we have cleared all those trees, branches, and leaves around. So that was happening, and I myself. After the interview and helping other students, and I was preparing for the booklet to get ready. In the meantime, so we had the fourth day of the class at 6 o'clock, which went very well. Although there were some that I didn't remember all, but there is sufficient information to digest. So tonight again, there is a meeting at 12 o'clock at midnight in Florida regarding the Dhammadutta, lay Dhammadutta training in Florida. I am one of the members of that program for a long time. actively involved in it. And last year we had that organized in London, so I was the main contact and main organizer on behalf of Dr. Lau, or Chokhun Lau, the abbot of the Buddhapadipa temple. So that went successful too. And similarly now in June 10-11, there will be 2 days of a training taking place in Florida. So that this is the meeting going to be at 12 o'clock midnight today. 7 o'clock in Eastern time in America, but that will be 12 o'clock midnight. And I have attended this meeting like that many times. Meantime, tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, I have a teachings in California, and we have a all-day meditation session tomorrow starting at the 9 o'clock. So if you are planning to join the retreat, you may come to join, and if you can't join for a whole day, you can come for a couple of hours or just for an hour. You are welcome to join the retreat. Retreat is something very good. It's the time that we take a break for ourselves and training ourselves. It's like a founding a ground for our own mind. Otherwise, our mind is just rolling around. It's like a football, always rolling from this to that, and then passing on to this and passing on to that, not able to find the right spot. So our mind is always rolling like that, non-stop. Despite of a non-stop, quite often people think that I am good at it, which is not really. It's just a delusional state of it. Now, the retreat or a practice of a meditation is something that we practice in order to find a foundation, or it's like a pot. A pot is only usable if you can make it stand, and you can put good things in there or bad things in there. So pot has to have the flat surface, only then that stand on. And then once it stand on, then there is possibility of what you want to put it in. So our mind is like that too. Our mind is, once we have stabilized in one object, that is how we are finding a platform for it. So in that case, we are keeping the mind stable on that platform, so flattened it. And with that, whichever way we want to bend this mind to be, it's possible to. It's up to us to keep the goodness or badness, positive or negative, which is the reason why, when somebody is planning to rob the bank, they have to sit, and plan meticulously, and that is known as you have found the platform when you misuse it, and with that the consequences can be deadly. Whereas the practice of a meditation, according to the Buddha's instruction, is to cultivate goodness. So it got to be a wholesome. It got to be wholesome. Only then that is regarded as the real practice. So once the mind has got the foundation, then there we are adding more wholesome things. And these wholesome acts we are collecting through the physical wholesome deed, mental wholesome deed, and also the speech. Once we have collected that, the more we collect, the better our mind becomes. It's like each drop of water, if that continues for a long time, that fills the pot. Similarly, our mind also. If we have constantly cultivating the goodness, and then eventually this mind becomes fully absorbed with the positiveness, and with that there won't be any negativities, and everything becomes a positive. And based on that a positive mental state, what happens next is that we're able to see that even this positiveness is not supposed to be attached to, and understanding that this is changing, and it's not a substance that lasts long. Oftentimes, because of not knowing, we often attach to things, thinking that whatever I am, whatever I have, whatever I am having, this is going to be for permanent, and this is not changing. With that concept, what's happening that quite often it leads to unhappiness and suffering. Whereas if we have developed right understanding on that, then there won't be a suffering. So in a way, practice of a meditation is learning to live our life skillfully. And in the sense of skillfully, that we're also preparing for our death. So we won't be afraid of our death, and we will be leaving things behind. And the more we live, the more we get. This is very, against with the rule in the modern days. In the modern days, the more you keep, you will get, or you will have. And whereas in the Buddha's teachings, the more you live, the more you get. And that's the very opposite theory is there. In the sense of the more you live, the more you get, that the more your mind is freed from the attachment, conceit on any items, anything, then you have gained so much for the path, so that you don't need to worry at all. Whereas quite often time people do think that I don't need that, I don't need this, I am okay. But in the meantime, you are collecting lots and lots of things, which becomes the hoarding. So that's why it's very important, the practice of a meditation, that finding the foundation and working on that. Once we work with that, then working with that, that gives us a freedom of our hearts and freedom of our mind. That's why there's another word called the Samadhi Parami, or the perfections of meditation. The perfections of a meditation, in fact, is about learning to let go things. The more we let go, our perfections of the meditation becomes more perfected. That's why in the practice of a meditation, particularly in the Buddhist practice of a meditation, we practice to let go, not to gain something. Not to gain something. And then after time, once we have attained something, we are so proud of it. And that pride actually is a conceit that blocks the further development, which is the reason why we got to be very careful that whatever we find along the way, whatever we have attained along the way, we have to live it, even though there is this, even though how precious that is. We just have to leave it behind. Just let go that this is just arose, and we let it be. There is a Zen story says that if you see the Buddha in your meditation, kill the Buddha. Now here, killing doesn't mean that you take the weapon and kill. Kill here means just let go. Do not attach to it, which is very important. Quite often people are attached to their own attainment, and their their achievements, and with that they become so infatuated so that they cannot develop their practice. So that's the reason that when we are practicing, whatever we attain, we just let go and move on and knowing. So the ultimate practice is to know things the way are, and then knowing. So first is know that the way things are, and then seeing this knowing that I am seeing these realities, that I am knowing that these realities are uncertain, it's changing and non-self. Once we have seen that, then ability to observing objectively, that's important. Observing objectively is one of the most important key that we will able to let things be. And that let things be actually helps us to let go, and we free ourselves. So we are not having anything, but yet we are attaining so much. So freedom of the mind. Right? So that's why the teachings of the Buddha is something very different, and we can attain that through the practice, and that starts from finding a foundation rather than passing on to different places, like the ball that rolls in all the way through all the time, and not finding the stable stand. Whenever you haven't found your stable stand, doesn't matter how much you think that you have attained, actually you haven't. So once you have managed to find the foundation and able to stand on, that actually defines that the mind becomes calm, and wherever you are, you will be able to rejoice in it. And that actually helps even other people to notice that you have learned something, you have developed something, and there is some changes taking place. So action speaks louder, our physical appearance speaks louder. So that's the reason why we have to find like a pot that has a flat surface so it can stand on, and able to keep things, the positive things in it, and that leads to our own happiness as well as happiness of others. So with that in mind, so tomorrow we are going to have another retreat. So if you wish to come and join and find your flat bottom to sit on, so please do come and join.
I've got seats as well, Praja.
Huh?
I've got seats as well.
Okay, so with this, let's do the chanting.